Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Kicking off a few minutes early, which seems to be pretty normal for me. But hey, I get bored sitting here waiting. Going, move, clock, move. What are we up to, guys? What are we up to? Get that muted so we don't get a bunch of feedback. That'd be annoying. I've got all kinds of goodness to play with today. Good morning, Mr. Wolfgang. How the heck are you, sir? Oh, my goodness. Man, I've got lots. I've got stickers I need to go through and get my book updated. I've got some new locks to look at, figure out what I need to do with some of those. I've got some new stuff to play with. Oh man, I didn't show this off ahead of time. My Nick's Picks coffee mug that showed up. That is sweetness. And a cup of coffee just isn't as good if it hasn't had a lovely little Biscoff cookie dunked in it first. Locksport Click, good morning. How about you, Wolfgang? What are you up to today? I got in an order of some new locks. Outstanding. It really amazes me how shipping works on some of this stuff. So like that, with all of the stuff that's in there, isn't exactly a light package. Shipping wasn't too terrible for that, but it was just going here in the U.S. It would have been fun to have checked what the international would have been for it. But I was looking at sending a package up to Canada, just an envelope, literally an envelope with some of my stickers in it. $43 in shipping to send that to Canada. How insane is that? All right. I got a bunch of new stickers, so I wanted to just go through and double check and make sure, add them to my book if I don't have them. If I do have them, I'll set them aside, use them for some giveaways. Because I know I don't have lockjaw tools. But I now have some lockjaw tools. We're talking about some of my thoughts on a little bit of that as well today. It's a very nice sticker. Very nice sticker. Knox Locks. I like his sticker. That is wickedly cool sticker, dude. Oh, nice. I just got myself this little baby, a Miwa wafer lock. I bought a lock from Mr. Ragnar Eriksson, and he threw that one in there as well. No key, but it's one I'm going to have to learn and figure out. The other one I got from him is this little Agent Dimple lock. That one's going to be crazy. Morning. Trucking Lock. Good morning. Where are you at today? You're usually on the road roaming around somewhere, right? Oh, we won't put him in there with the gun stuff. We'll put him over here. Yeah. I could have put him with the gun stuff, actually. That might, he's locked and loaded. He can go with my Bear Creek arsenal. Yeah. Move him back there. Got one extra one to go somewhere else. More than oranges. Lockpicking Dev. That's another one I don't have. Some little handcuffs there. Afternoon, all. Where are you located at, Mr. Orgis? I always like to find out where people are coming in from. You're driving across PA. Yeah. Do you stay more localized, Trucker, or do you kind of do all over the countryside? Morning, Mr. Watt. And then Random Jim. Dude, that is just a sick sticker. You know, the only thing sicker than his sticker is the pinning pad that dude made. Or got sent along. I don't know that he made it, but it's from Hilger's Leather. That is just gorgeous, dude. Gorgeous. Scotland. All right. I believe you are the first guy from Scotland I've had show up in any of my feeds. That's outstanding. Well, it's wonderful to have you on, sir. Wonderful to have you here. I think, if he doesn't forget me, I'm going to have a guest on today. I don't think I've ever had on here before. I might have to drop him a little ping and say, yo, dude, we're live. He knows we're coming on. Come on. Holy cow, dude. My computer mouse is freaking out today. And no, I'm the one who's honored, honestly. Seriously, I am. I would have never thought that I would have that kind of reach. The sadistic lockpicker? That's another cool one. I like that. So I am extremely honored to have you here. Each and every one of you, actually. It's truly has been an amazing trip, guys. It really has. All right, let's look back through Joe Locks. Or Joe Picks. I have 2 Joe Pick stickers. Figure out which one I want in there, because I don't think I have him either. I'm getting quite the collection of stickers, guys. This is awesome. I like using a little book for it. That thing works amazing. Yeah, I didn't think I had him hiding in here. Let's see. I think I'll go with this one with the pick picture on it. And then I got my new Mindy lock. I may see if I can get that thing opened up on camera today. I'm pretty sure I don't have him. All right. Who can tell me? Who is that character? Or not character, but who is he? Looks like there's some writing on there, but I can't read it. So who is that one? I know one of you guys knows. Anybody? Is this one of those Bueller moments for you old farts like me that might understand that reference? Hosa? Kind of a neat little sticker. I like it. Here's another one that I hadn't seen before. Barry Bradford Walk Sport. That's another cool one. I will try to remember that. Yeah, there's another good one. Good Morning, Vietnam. Love that movie. That was a good show. But, you know, that was back when they actually had some creativity in the movie market. Another one, Lockheed. It's another one I don't have. And good morning, Mr. Dilbert. How are you? Almost harmless, as he is also known. Almost harmless. That's a good way to put it. Man, not having fingernails, dudes. Pulling stickers off of paper is not easy. Not that I don't have fingernails, but I keep them cut very short. Mr. Chris Capoon. I haven't had any of his yet either. You know, and how funny is that? All of these stickers from American Pickers that got sent to me from the UK. Go figure. Now I think I might have him already. Let's go back to the beginning. Yep, already got him. So we'll put him over here. That is what, Lock Kraken? Lady Lock's got her. The Aspie? Is that how you say that? Aspie? Lockpicker? That one's pretty cool. This heat sucks. Yeah, I won't rub it in, but we're 61 degrees right now. I'm just saying. So Lock Junkie's going to try and hop on with me today. Anybody else feel like hopping in? You know me, I'm always loving getting people in, especially people that aren't as familiar in the industry or in the environment. I'd love to have you hop on, introduce yourselves. Let us get to know you, dudes. Don't be scared. I don't bite. See if I can get out a high of 54 there, huh? Yeah, not here. We're going to be in the 80s, I do believe, today. And good morning, Mr. Newhouse. All right, just going through and updating my sticker book. I know I've got Mr. Sushi right there. I believe I have this dude. Yep, right there. Mr. Nick's Picks. I do not have Mr. Nick's Picks. Yeah, he's right there. Oh. What did I do? Well, that's a silly. Is there another layer in here? Kind of looks like there's another layer. You guys like my sticker picker? Yeah, we're just going to put the whole thing. I don't want to ruin it. There we are. Look at all of that love. Wonderful stuff. All right. Let me throw these away. You're in the hundreds. Oh, yuck. Right? No one's going to hop off. I don't bite. No, I try not to full on bite. I just nibble. All right. And my Mr. Nick's Picks coffee mug this morning. Yeah, that's not lucky. I would not like that one bit. All right, let's see. Like I was saying, got this lovely Agent LS5 that I'm going to try and learn how to pick. I actually have a set of outstanding, Matt. That is wonderful. Stickers on the way. I've got, I ordered some Dimple picks, a set of the Huck set. I ended up ordering 2 of them. So one of them will go up in my store. One will stay here. I got this little Miwa. Now everyone's going to hop on just because of a nibble. Nibble, nibble, nibble. I got a new Mindy. I'm going to see if I can't get that baby open. I was tweaking on my tool a little bit this morning that I'm going to use for that. Talk about my lovely tools that I got from Mr. Nick's Picks. I got to say, hey, good morning, Sushi. This case itself, it looks awesome. It feels awesome. It sucks. I mean, it holds the picks nice, but tension tools, they just fall out. So I was dropping tension tools all over the place with it. But then I got that monstrosity there. Look at that. Whew. I can put a lot of crap in there. The Miwa, if I'm looking at it correctly, that's a Miwa DS. So it's a wafer lock. Good morning, Nola. Yep, exactly right. So I've got to look up a little bit on how you properly tension that thing and worked on that one a little bit. That one looks like it'll be fun. This agent looks like it's going to be a challenge. For me, anyway. Just because this will be my first time messing with a dimple. And I believe there are 12 dimples in this thing. Good morning, Rock Out. This folding case came to me from Mr. Nick's Picks in his giveaway. This is from Lala Tools. This is their extra large case. Nice case. Yeah, I like it. I'm not a big fan of Velcro cases, but I like this case. It's nice. There is a ton of room in that thing. I'll be able to put... There's lots of room for activities. I wanted to see, do these fit? Oh, look at that. My Mokies will fit in there as well. Nice. I'll be able to put together a very nice traveling kit out of that bad boy. Oh, dude, water heater went out. I hate that. Did it just quit on you, or did it end up blowing up and throwing crap everywhere? Because that's the worst when that happens. Happened at my father-in-law's house. Damn near flooded their whole place. Let me get over here because I'm going to throw him in. Let's throw this over. Oh, good grief. Come on. My mouse is not cooperating on this computer today at all. Come on. It's not doing what I want, man. It's not doing what I want. Yep, that is the Ridgeback set. Exactly right. I'm going to try and do a little playing with those and see what I think of them. I was doing a little 3D printing. Got this design from... who did this come from? Lock Squash. Little tool stand. It's got a ball bearing down here in the bottom end of it. But apparently the bearings I bought aren't real good. It doesn't spin super smooth or free, but very cool little tool or a holder. Kind of like it. Kind of like it. Got a lovely little pick stand. I just got to figure out what picks I feel like displaying that deserve that place of honor. You know, we've had a lot of rain lately too. Past few days have been really nice. It's supposed to be in the 80s this weekend. Then it's going to drop temperature-wise next week and start raining again. So there is that. Oh, hey, you know, I have more stickers that I didn't put in my book. Let me go back. Move you out of the way. I don't think I have a Shackleman in here either. Let's just see what we got. I have a small Shackleman. Not this big, cool, pretty one. And I don't have a Humboldt. So let's get him in there. Oh, geez, old Pete. Can't get underneath these stickers, dudes. There we go. Mr. Humboldt, you can go right there. That's a cool sticker. I like it. Love getting all these stickers, guys. That is awesome. We will put the Shackleman over here and use that one for a swag pack at some point, since I have another Shackleman in there. There. Not had rain for over a month. Wow. Yeah, well, that's not unusual for us where I'm at, but we're getting our spring rains in right now, and then after that we'll be dry for 2-3 months. We probably won't get anything. It's just the way it goes. Just the way she runs, man. All right, got a decent group of folks on here. Anybody feel like hopping in? Tell me how screwed I am on some of these locks I'm going to play with. Yep, you're right. That was a cold steel. A little cold steel. And the funny thing is, they claim that this is a neck knife. I mean, my hands are almost 9 inches from end to end. And it's longer than that. That's a lot of knife to try and carry as a neck knife. But I like it. Sweet little knife. I use it in my kits. Carry it around. Had it down here because I was sharpening it up here a bit ago. I haven't played much with these. A little bit, not much. The other thing, I finally got a prototype of the bags that I'm looking at having made. Really nice pull handles he put on there. We're going to extend the Velcro all the way to the end, so that way these can go all the way out. So you can have them, if you have them stacked up in your bag, you can see right at the top what it is in your bag, whether it's first aid, whatever. I'm trying to find somewhere to get some of those made. You will if nobody else wants to. Boy, that just sounds like it's being force-fed there. Mr. Trucking Locks, you must be not on the actual road at the moment. I have a little break. That's always nice. Come on. I gotta figure out what is going on with my mouse, but it is not a happy camper today. Let's see. Trucker. Well, I just sent you the link over there in Discord, Mr. Trucker, if you're feeling up to it. But as I was saying on this pouch, you can see, I mean, that thing doesn't sag, it doesn't hang. Much better material. That's fine. But right now in this thing, let's see, what do I have? 6835, 1100. Itty bitty Avis. Brinks, little Master, another 1100, 410. Master was at a 530. All of that stuff in that one pouch. It's a lot of weight, and that thing wasn't tipping or crinking over at all. So they're pretty sweet. I'm working on ordering some of those up to put out on my site. See how they go. But they're wonderful for storage. I use one similar to that all the freaking time for like all my different crap. Not really trying to do a sales pitch, guys. Sorry, but just wanted to show it off because I think it's cool. All right, let's see. Yeah, that is a lot of kit. I was looking at some of these tools, like that. Good Lord, is that a reach tool? Ew, talk about steep. Crazy. They're very nice tools. They're very sweet. I'm not a big fan of the single layer handles on any pick. It's just not very comfortable to me. But I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll wrap it in something. Good morning, sir.
How?
Not too bad. Yep, I got you. Nope, I had you. Lost you. But I will say the tension tools in this kit are really nice. Loving those things. All right, let's try to add you in again. Are you there now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I got you. How the heck
So
are you, sir?
that Miwa DS,
Yeah.
I just use a regular pry bar, top of the keyway, and didn't have any problems with it. Like it was a really fun pick. I think
Hey,
you'll enjoy it.
that's right. I can probably use this big monster. Nope, even this monster's too big. This Log Tools came with a 2 millimeter pry bar. Oh, I lost him again. He must not be in a very good signal spot. That one won't work. But I think you're even bigger. You won't work. I gotta trim those down because they're just almost unusable. They're so big. I gotta say, I'm gonna have a humongous thank you out there to Mr. Lock Squash. No, it wasn't Lock Squash. Who was it? Good grief. You know, getting old and dumb is a bad thing, especially when you're already dumb. Getting dumber, it's just not a good fit. Yeah, you keep crashing. I don't know what's going on there, dude. Water heaters are pretty easy, honestly. Yeah, it's Mr. Lock Squash is sending me a package, and that package happens to have a set of Peerless handcuffs in it. Woohoo! I'm excited. I'll get those babies and be playing away. Because as you know, with the dogleg design, I'm a big fan of these reach tools. So I've been playing with this one, and I like it. It's a nice little pick. That is a long booger, but it takes a little getting used to. Ooh, 730 CB super light black finish. That sounds like you're getting a nice set there, Sushi. Nice. The big thing you got to remember with gas lines on those NOLA is do your nylon tape wrap, and then just take a little spray bottle with a little dish soap and water in it and spray on it just to verify no leaks when you're done before you light her up. It's really pretty easy. They're pretty straightforward. Biggest thing is just making sure when you attach it, like you said, replace what they call it's not nylon, the Teflon tape or whatever it is that you wrap your pipe with. And then making sure you check for leaks before you go live with it. Well, I thank you for trying a new way of trucking locks. Yeah, you might not have a good service where you're at or something. I don't know. Sounded good until you dropped out. This is another one that I got from Mr. Nick's Picks. This little Avis. What is this little thing? A 1 LXP. Too many beautiful handcuffs out there, isn't it? Sushi, I need to get, well, yeah, I got those Peerless coming. I wouldn't mind getting a set of Chicago's maybe. I don't think I can pick this with this pick. Comparably, that Avis is about the same as this little Master 140. Until you get to the keyways. Let me bring this in. And let's see if we can focus you. Oh, come on. There we go. Almost. Moto. Look at the difference between these two. This Master keyway is just huge and wide open. That Avis one, I wish I could get that to focus a little bit better. I might have to zoom out just a hair bit. You can actually see in there, you can see the driver pin sticking up and a tiny little key pin up top. But that is a tight little keyway. That one's been interesting. Kind of fun to play with. All right, let's bring this back out. And let it autofocus back in. Got a woolly handcuff pouch. I need to find my old duty belt. I still have it around here somewhere. It's got my handcuff case still on it. Dig that out to store some of my cuffs in. I think it was a Bianchi leather case. All you guys, you just like to come into the chat and harass me. Nobody wants to join in. See, that's the problem. I struggle getting people to join. It's like, oh, I'm scared. You do your drawing later on. Awesome. I saw Nick's Picks entry for you the other day. He did pretty good, man, for a British accent. Yeah, that is just snug fitting in there with that pick. I need a different pick to get in there. Let's just go here. Studini in the house. Yeah, awesome blossom, guys. Dang, dudes. Dude, Not Too Dead. I don't know. About the only person I know with more cuffs from what I've seen him than Not Too Dead is probably Coxie. Shackleman holster, huh? Somebody got a picture of one of those I can throw out and I'll show up? I want to see what that thing looks like. Oh, random Jim, huh? So I got a question for you. Is this actually Random Jim that makes these? Because that's got a different logo on it. Not Random Jim. Hilger's Leather. Is that what he uses for his leather shop? Because, man, that is a beautifully made pinning tray, man. Just incredible. Very, 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 very well done. You're at 44. Coxie's at 4,400. Yeah, like I said, you don't have as many as him. You're probably on par with Stu. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check him out too then. That's kind of what I thought. I remembered hearing that he was the one doing the leather work that made those. Yeah. Shackleman cuff pouch. That'd be pretty cool. Be pretty sick. I didn't ever go look. Does anybody know on these Ridgebacks? What are these things? About 20 thousandths? I'm kind of guessing. Or whatever that is in metric. What is that, a 0.5 millimeter? Guess I could measure them and see, or I could just go look at their website and see. It's beautiful. It is very, very well done. I'm gonna have to gut a lock just so I can use it. I don't really have anything I need to gut at the moment, but I want to see that thing with some pins laid out on it. because it is absolutely beautiful. And this little Ibis is just a pain in the rear. 23 thousandths. Oh, they felt like they were thinner than that. That's probably why I'm struggling with it in this lock gun. Because I found with that thing, I dang near have to go all the way down to my 16 thousandths pick to take it in there and open it. It gives me a lot more wiggle room in there. What's everybody else picking? What are you guys working on? Still looking for guests. I need somebody to get on here that can actually pick a lock, so it's not just me sitting here fumble fucking around doing nothing. Pardon my French. I gotta find some locks to play with all these different rakes. There's some interesting rake profiles in here. That little one's kind of cool. Do a little zip on one side and then flip and pick, I guess. Pretty cool. I like it. Lovely little city rake. Oh, dude, those are beautiful. All right, let's blow this up. Let's share screen. I gotta let everybody see the love. Hit a load of those buttes. Very, very pretty. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see here. Yeah. Some very pretty stuff, man. He does beautiful work, doesn't he? There. Thank you for throwing those pictures over, man. Those are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Simply gorgeous, I'm saying. Simply gorgeous. Yeah. They were very pretty. What was I? What did I do? All right. I took a pick out and I laid it down. Now I don't know where I put it. Holy Toledo. I put it back. That's what I did. Damn. Yeah, those are beautiful. Like that a lot. Yeah, see, look at how quick that one works on that. Just doing a little zip. Very nice. These are interesting. Bottom of keyway tension tools. They're tapered, all three of them. Different sizes of tapered. So you can really slide them back in on just about anything. Kind of neat. You won't drool on those cases, Sushi? I can't say I make that guarantee. I probably would. Those are beautiful looking. Simply beautiful work. Yeah, those random Jim Shackleman holsters in the DRM Museum. Yeah, I'll need to check that out. I need to see about one of those. That'd be kind of sweet. Once I have a worthy pair of cuffs, maybe, to go in there. Because what were they? Let's see. He sent me a picture of the cuffs. Yeah, Peerless 300s. What I have coming. That'll be a big leap up from my Viper Techs and my unknown or unbranded stuff. If and you know what I'm saying. One thing I thought was cool on these log tools, he's got the size over here in metric, 0.8 millimeter, and then over here he has a thousandths, 0.031 inch. Thought that was kind of cool. They're wonderful tension tools. Really, they're probably almost my favorite set right now, tension wrenches. They're in 2 millimeter, 1.2, 1, and 0.8. Yeah, I believe they are an older model. Yeah. Let's see, I should be playing with these so I can learn these picks a little bit. They're a little different for me because they're very fine tipped head. And then being single thickness is my only thing that I'm not super crazy on. But I'm not really used to using that kind of a pick either. But I think, doesn't 44 Delta have handles for these too now? For the Ridgebacks? Maybe I'm thinking wrong. I don't know. I'll have to look. Man, too much hook. Too much hook. It's hard to keep them separated. They like to stack up on each other. So what else is everybody doing? What kind of locks are you picking? I'm going to be out there looking for some videos on that LS5. And the same with this Miwa. Miwa wafer lock. I guess I could throw that into a vise and play with that. But I have not done a whole lot of wafer lock work. You like them without handles, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Big mitts. They're fine short term for any kind of a longer pick session. The super thin ones like that get a little tough. All right, Not Too Dead. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Hey, hit the like on the way out. I'm going to give Lock Junkie some serious crap. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. I'll be on. He's gone. Like a fart in the wind. Oh, I'm telling you. I'm on Challenge Lock NP1. I'm waiting. I think my last Challenge Lock that I sent out, what I call that thing the Ankle Biter, was on its way over to Crow Llama. I don't have any challenge locks, but I don't know. I probably struggle with a challenge lock anyway because I'm just not that good. As you can see, get on here and I can't pick shit. Sit and pop these locks all day long. Of course, part of it's the picks. I really am struggling learning the feel of these picks. I just gotta Play more with them. A lot of it's just the handle, just the way they feel for me is a bit of a struggle. I should have grabbed a different one of these, but and the tension tool popped right on out. So whose challenge lock is NP1? Or is that the one are you making that? Is that yours? Yeah, it is. It's crazy to me, the reach that a challenge lock can have. Now my other one, my first one, I have no idea where it is. I have no clue what happened to that lock. It showed up in one video and I've never heard or seen from it again. Right, Dots is UK. I just wasn't sure on that NP1. Is that Dots lock? That Orgus is? Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly there, sir. Ah, it's from Nick's Picks. He makes some nice challenge locks. I don't even remember who I sent that first lock off to. Who did I send it to? How sad is that? I have no idea who it went to. Maybe go track that down, see if I can find it, because I'd like to find out where it got sent to and see if it just gave up the ghost or what happened to it. Ooh. That sounds like one heck of a giveaway. Hey guys, is this printer making a lot of noise? You guys hear a bunch of racket in the background. Got my 3D printer running, and this one, for whatever reason, is somewhat loud. Well, at least the fan is loud. It's noisy. Yeah, that'll be awesome, Sushi. You get some beautiful cutaway locks. And then Lacey to go with it. Sick. So, shall we see if we can brick this beautiful little thing? Yeah, those cutaways are ridiculously cool, dude. They really, really are. All right, I got to get out my handy dandy extra light. Because I got to see what I'm doing in here, because I really don't want to brick it again. Let's find. We'll go here. We'll see if you're going to work for attention. Yes. Now let's just see. I just gotta look down in here. many of you guys have messed with one of these adorable little locks? They're really cool. It's really a very, very cool design lock. I'll give them credit on that. I wanted to play with learning how to do these. And let me get... Nope. Whew. Spring-loaded key is just sick. I already fuck you up. They are a temperamental little lock. That's for dang sure. You get to the right light. There. Whew. Man, these things are a pain in the rear, dudes. They really are. Very much a pain in the rear. I don't quite understand how they can be so temperamental in there. And how you'd think to have a much better guideway in there for those dumb discs to keep them from turning like that. But I guess it's not made to be picked, right? It is a Mindy. It is a Mindy. That it is. It's a cool lock. Really neat key design. You just got to be super freaking careful in there because those little discs that they've got, you're pushing down on both sides of those discs. Well, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the springs that are in there or what, but you'll get it partway down and that bottom one will flip. And then if you aren't careful, you're done at that point. It just explodes the inside of the lock. So I need to tweak on my tool a little bit more. I want to grind this down, make them a little bit narrower to get them to grip in there a little bit better. I was hoping I had it, but I haven't taken away enough material yet to be able to get it to lock onto them properly. There. Yeah. So I got to work on my tool some more for that one, but I'm about to get an open on camera of this thing. I've opened it, not this one. The previous one I have opened it before. I just got to learn a little bit more what the heck I'm doing. And then does anybody know on the Miwas, because I don't have a key, I don't have really anything to look at, the wafers in here, some go up, some go down? Do they all go up at different varying levels? Will anybody tell me? Any of you guys know how that baby works? Bueller? Bueller? Give me a little guidance, a little love. Wow. Launched that baby. But I don't know enough about these. I haven't gone and looked at anybody's video on opening one either. So, anybody tell me anything? I wonder. Using 2 would be better. Yeah, there, look at that. But first you don't succeed. No. I gotta look up what I'm doing with that. Since none of you guys are telling me squat, dudes. Have any of you picked one of these? The Miwa DS? Anybody know what's all going on in there? See if I can see. Yeah, see, look at those little wafers. Looks like there's one wafer on the bottom to go down. If I'm looking at that correctly. That's what I see, anywho. Ooh. Am I at least in the right general realm of reasonableness on my thought? Nope, no Miwas yet, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Whew. Hardest part I'm having is finding proper tension because you get in there, and I don't know which way it turns either. Does it turn clockwise or counterclockwise? That's one of those things I don't know. Well, after I've played with it a little bit, this might have to make its way to one of you guys. You guys can play with it a little bit. But yeah, I don't even know which way the key turns, so shows you what I know about this dang thing. I guess that's where it's a bad idea to be playing with a lock that you don't know anything about, huh? Look up a little bit on it. The dimple lock, I know I hear guys saying that you can pick that with a regular pick. I have never touched a dimple lock in my life. Now this one I know can turn either direction. See how it works. Need something a little stiffer, I think, for a... Right? Nick's butter cookie entry was pretty good. I thought he did a heck of a job, man. I thought he did an outstanding job on his video. How many entries you got in that thing there, Nola? I think this will be better once I have some actual dimple flags. This pick is pretty flexible in there. It doesn't really have the... Not that it's going to make it any easier. 12 freaking pins. Good grief, dudes. Yeah, I thought he did outstanding. Speaking of giveaways, guys, my 250 is a running. I need entries, though. You guys got to get in there. Because I think as of right now, I'm going to go pull it up and double check, but I think I have 5 entries is all for my that nice big multi-pick set that I've got. Speaking of Mr. Nick's picks, look at that. I might look like I'm listing, but in my head, I'm picking locks. Beautiful coffee mug, man. Beautiful. Let's see. I'm looking. Because I want to see 5, 6. I have 6 entries in my 250 giveaway. So 6 to 8 entries got to check. Yeah. Well, if any of you guys on here don't have an entry in Nola's, you got to get one in quick, because, right, they can still get it in yet? Or is it closed? Drawing's today, I believe. My drawing still has a little ways to go. I'm running a little longer just because of travel and personal crap I've got going on. It's going to make it tougher to do, but yep, get them entries in, man. Get them entries in on all these lovely giveaways. Nola's got a cool one going on. I've got one going on. There's some pages out there, the list of giveaways. I think there's quite a few of them actually going on right now. So, right? You better get busy. Better get busy with it. Stu's 36K is running. That's right. I need to come up with one more video because you got, Stu, you're doing what? 3 different video options, right, for that thing. I need to get one in there for the... Man, this just feels like it's just too loosey-goosey. I need something that's a little bit stiffer. I don't know if I use those for that. Yep, I saw that. Matt's Lock Shop just launched his 100 subscriber giveaway. So, guys, there are some outstanding giveaways going on out there. Let's try a heavy dog leg. That might make a good dimple flag tool, right? I just might have to wait until I have actual dimple flags, which they are out for delivery, so I'll have those today. The Hux dimple flag sets. I ordered 2. One is going to be mine. The other one is probably going to go up on the shop. So there is that. This good old beastie. Man, you know, I opened it fairly quickly that first go around, but then I ended up screwing up and jacking up the locks, so I ordered and got a new one. But I've just got to be, I'm going to be much more careful with this one. Try and be much more delicate because I don't want to mess it up because it's actually a wickedly cool lock, dude. I mean, and beautiful. That's just pretty. Just pretty. And I like how that key works. You know, that bad boy is super spring loaded in there. You got to be careful. Roy Salmons teased a new giveaway as well. I'm not familiar. Who's Roy? I don't know that one, man. Another channel I need to find? Or does he go on another name that I'm just missing out on? Don't leave me hanging, man. Don't leave me hanging. Who is Roy? Anybody else feel like hopping in for the last hour of the show? I'm going to play with. I got busy and built a little tension wrench the other day, and it's pretty thin material, but I'm actually finding it doesn't work half bad. I like the feedback I'm getting out of it. It's got some nice flex to it. Give us some juice. I ain't got no juice, man. As you can see, I suck. I'm a horrible picker. Follow him for sure. What's his channel? Is he just find him under that on YouTube? Have to look him up. I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. It's not ringing a bell at all, man. Let's go see if I can find him. Meet Roy Salmons. Here's a video of somebody talking about him. Let's look this up. Best cheap dimple, Banggood, best gear. Is he also known as the helpful lockpicker? Where is it? Roy Salmons 2445. There he is. Let me get subscribed up. I was not subscribed to his channel, but I am now. Thank you. I'm always looking for new and exciting people. Good channels, good content. That's awesome. Now, I think Helpful Lockpicker was a site that I found that was talking about him, but he didn't have a link to him in his description. But I found him. I'll go check him out later. Look at some of his other videos. There's only so many hours in a day and so many channels. It's hard to keep up with everybody, let alone all the channels that are out there. It's just crazy. When I first started into this, I had no idea there were so many people out there in the channel. It is absolutely craziness, man. She's still out there, Nola. What time are you doing your drawing? Do you know? Or is it going to be a surprise? Just throw it on everybody. Ta-da! Here we are. What was the cartoon character, the superhero? Here I come to save the day. I don't remember who that was now, though. Dude. It's weird to me. You change from one tension wrench to another. And it's almost like you have to completely relearn the lock because you got to, relearn how you tension it. But man, it's weird. See, I'm struggling today with that one. Of course, I say I'm struggling with that one. I'll grab something different and I won't pick it either. Mighty Mouse. Yes, Mighty Mouse. I knew somebody on here would know. You're trying to figure that out. Well, throw a dart at a board, at a clock. Where it sticks is where it happens, right? Good grief. That's the only thing. I really like these tension wrenches from Moke, but they are so freaking long. It is crazy. So let's just go over, grab him out, and him. Go back to my little titaniums. Chaos. That just adds to the excitement and allure of the whole thing, right? I get it. I have a hard time trying to schedule things out. This is about the only thing that I truly get scheduled is this. This and trap shooting. I fired up on a trap shooting league this year, so that's loads of fun. Haven't done that in 4 honking ever, so. And then, as well, putting it in a vise versus in hand completely changes everything under the sun. Come on, what are you? That's the 51. Can't use the 51. You got it, Nola. You know it's bad when you step up to the urinal and break out a pair of tweezers and then salt so you can catch it when it sneezes. But got to do what you got to do, man. Now, all I was meaning on those is they're so long, it's hard to use in the vise because it'll clip things down at the bottom sometimes, depending on where you got your lock sitting. So it can get in the way. Heard something going on out there in the Discord world, but it weren't directed at me. Well, that's what I said. Got to use pepper and catch it when it sneezes. Yeah, it's not a slug. Salt doesn't kill it. Good God, guys. At least that's what I heard. Sounds more like personal experience, right? Salt seasons it too much. I don't know. I'm not a big salt user. I use salt when I'm cooking stuff, but after it's cooked, I don't put salt on anything. Because to me, salt does not season. Salt just leaves everything tasting like salt. But I don't know. I've never been a big salt guy. Pepper? You bet. Pepper the hell out of it. Salt, and go light. My mother-in-law, she's been a lifelong smoker. Sit down to eat with her. She doesn't even taste the food first. She just grabs the salt and just douses it. Because that's the only way she can taste it. Exactly. Salt isn't flavor. I I agree with you, Nola. I bought some kettle chips the other day that were a Cajun seasoned kettle chips. They're pretty good. They got some heat to them, I'll tell you that much. But they're good. Right, almighty. Get a load of that. That got sent over to me by Mr. Nick's Picks as well. American Lock carved in there. That is really cool. I like that one. That's neat. Let's get this thing out of the way because obviously I suck today. I ought to just call it quits, go back to bed. Actually, I can't. I got to go mow lawn again. All right, so now explain there, Mr. Watt. I'm not familiar with that. What the heck is umami? Familiar with umami. Sweet, sour, salt, bitter, and umami. Don't know that one. Zing. Zing. I'm going to say, you walked right into that one. But I'm not familiar with that. God, I am telling you guys, I am really sucky today. Earth flavors, huh? So sprinkle a little dirt in your dish. I know what you mean by earthy flavors. Finally, dude. Oh, terrible today. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So, got these lovely blue done titanium set. What do you guys think I should do with those? Just add them in as part of a future giveaway? Or should I do those as a giveaway during one of my lives? What do you think? You'll have to advertise that out and give those away during a live. They're pretty cool. You've got a quad and a quint peak Bogotas in titanium, anodized blue. Very cool. Let's see. Oh, let's grab you. Yeah, I've never been big into the chef shows. I feel you haven't even picked yet. Right? I know. You know, that Berserker would be kind of cool. I don't think I own 20 locks. So there's that. Let alone 20 locks that I think I could pick in, what was it, 5 minutes? I watched your video on that. Dude, you flew through those locks. That was craziness. Very well done. 5 of each different style. That was awesome. Yeah, I mean, these work very well. They're nice. They're very nice little rake set. Nice little case. Uncle Roger is the one to watch. Another one I don't know. Who the heck is Uncle Roger? You guys are throwing all kinds of names at me today that I just don't know. I just don't know these peoples. Yeah, it took you a bit to unlock one, but then holy crap, dude, you were flat screaming on the rest of them. You were flat hauling. That was cool. That was fun to watch. Berserker challenges for Lockjaw. Wants you to pick any 20 locks in under 5 minutes. So with their latest patch challenge, which is pretty freaking cool. Those guys have been putting on some amazing contests. Yeah. Yeah, it's their latest in their patch series. I saw, who was it I saw the other day? Sandman did those. He did 20 various Brinks locks and just rake all of them. Yeah, so close. That core is right there. Look at that. A humongous full set. Yeah. Yeah, you were flat smoking. And that was you single pin picked everything, right? So, right? I believe. And there I did it again. I'm not ready to give up on this lock and just put it away because I really don't want to screw it up. I like this little lock. Right? Oh, you were raking, rocking. Yeah, they can be. It can be anything, I believe. If I remember right, you can rake them, pick them, whatever the heck you want to do. It's just 20 of them in 5 minutes. So which is pretty cool. Fun to watch. Some of you guys are stupid quick. $20 of any. Yep. There it is. Look at that. Put you in there. Woo! Now, if I could just carve that out of this video, I could use that, maybe, for my purple belt submission, because this is a purple belt lock. And I did it without jacking it up. Holy hell, guys, that is outstanding. Can't believe it. I don't know if you guys even caught that. That's just really a neat lock. I really like these Mindys. I think they're cool. But yeah, because it's the flat keyway and LPU, that's purple. So I'm going to have to carve that out as a separate little video. Hot diggity dog diggity. That may be the last time I've ever picked this lock. Don't know. But I found it easier to do with building my own little tool for it, rather than trying to use a pick and go back and forth. Using this so I can push both sides at the same time. So custom tool construction on top of it. Dang. That is neat. But oh, just gives me tingles. I can't pick a damn lock, but I was able to get that. My first ever, I don't know what they call that. I think it listed under other because it's really not a disc, but it's using discs. What the hell do you call the mechanism in that lock? Anybody know? Yeah, they just listed as other on Mindy Pagoda AF16-50. I don't know where you come up with that, but that's the flat keyed version. But yeah, they don't even have a listing of what the collection is, or what the format is. They just listed as other. Other. It's the unknown lock. And then the next one I want to work on is going to be this agent. As soon as I get my dimple flags, which they're out for delivery, they'll be here today. Then I'll be able to put this thing to work and start playing with that. That's another purple belt lock. The Miwa is a blue belt, I believe, the Miwa DS. I want to figure out what I'm doing with that one. I'm going to look up a couple of people's videos because I don't even know which way to turn it. I don't have any key for that one, so I have no idea what the heck to expect in there on that lock. But dang, I can't believe I got that one on camera. Hopefully it is good enough to meet the requirements. I got to get back to playing with this thing too. I had this thing figured out before I rattle canned it, and then after I put it in the new case, I don't know if I have pins in different order. I don't know what's going on, but I haven't gotten it open again since I put it in there. I did print out extras of the bodies, and I went and bought extra screws, so I've got complete kits of 3D printed bodies. Work with Mr. Stu on those. If we have anybody that needs them, I might try and send a couple your way, sir. So that way you have a couple as well. They're easy peasy. I'm currently printing away back here behind me. I'm making I should go get the one I did. I made one already, but he's little. A Stitch, Lilo and Stitch. And now I've double sized him to make him bigger. And it's made out of glow-in-the-dark filament. So my plan is I'm going to hollow him out up at the bottom, put LED lighting inside of him to make a little night light or lamp for my granddaughter. And then when she turns it off, he'll glow for a minute or two and slowly fade out. I think she's really going to like that. I think it's going to be cool as crap. And yeah, I did print one out. I have him. I just didn't bring him downstairs. But he turned out pretty damn cool. I'm going to go grab him. I'll be right back, guys. I want to show that one off. I think he's cool. He made a huge mess, dudes. Got to show you the little one that I've got visiting. Yeah, we're babysitting. Oh, look at that. He's got his collar all snagged up around him because he's so little, his collar don't fit. There. This is Theo, guys. Say, hi, everybody's. Yeah. He is not my cat. We are babysitting. So there is what I printed out. Right, that does complicate things a little bit. One pick, one tensioner for all 20. But I'm going to make this one, but I've double-sized him, make him twice as big. And then I'm going to hollow him out and put LED lighting to make a little night lamp. I think it'll be cool. So there you go. Mr. Broke Picks. I now have another toy at my desk. Yeah, for a tiny, tiny kitten like he is a super good little cat. It's pretty sweet. So one of the guys that works for me, he had to go on a travel trip for me to do some work. Didn't have anybody to watch the kitten, so he asked if he could bring him over here and he could hang out with all of ours. So I let him do that, and it's been fun. At least I know when he's done, I can send him home, But he's been fun. My one dog instantly became mama and has been watching over and taking care of him and playing with him. So it's been kind of neat. It's made my wife happy. She's enjoyed it. For those of you who didn't see it earlier, there's my new prototype storage bag. A much heavier material than the others that I've seen. YKK zipper. Wider Velcro. So like full-size patch like that will fit. Going to lengthen the Velcro out further so you can put identifiers all the way up here at the ends. Working on getting a first order of these going. So we'll be having those show up here before too long. Double-sided. I don't know why not. Just says it has to be one tool, right? So That's one tool. Lock junkie. Man. See what he has to say.
Greyhound, my brother love, I am just fucking getting up now. I'm just getting the dogs out. I'm
See?
a little bit behind schedule.
You know,
if you're still up and rolling in about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, I will definitely be coming to jump on.
you know, some people.
Greyhound, my brother
Some of you
love,
people, how do you guys sleep all day long, dudes? I can't do it. I can't do it, man. And now that the sun's coming up earlier, I need blackout blinds or something, man. That sun comes up and I'm awake. I am still just so stoked that I got that baby opened. Oh, oh, oh. Amazing. Right? Lockjaw, get your butt rolling. I'm telling you, some people's kids. Yeah, I was awake at 5:15 this morning. I think the sun was beating in the window. I was like, oh, you suck. I was able to sneak back asleep for a little bit. I think I got up about 6:30. That's just all she writes for me, man. That is all I get. So I'm going to have to play this video back on YouTube, find that clip, find my timestamps, and then re-record out of it. Yep, as soon as the light comes through, man. Usually for me, half the time, as soon as the light comes through, my dogs are awake. And so then they're like, hey, let me out. I need to get outside. I think I heard a bird. Crazy. But, you know, I mean, I get up between 5 and 5:30 every day for work. So on the weekends, I'm awake about the same time anyway. And it doesn't matter how late I stay up. I mean, I can stay up till 1 in the morning. I'm awake at 5:30. My wife's always, well, why don't you just go back to sleep? Yeah, I wish it were that easy. I wish it were that easy. Yeah, you know, my cats don't wake me up. It's my dogs. The cats are usually pretty chill. Once I wake up, then yeah, you know, I start moving around, then yeah, they're up and checking me out and getting in my face. But it's the dogs that wake me up. I've got one of them that was just over here hounding me. He probably needs outside. So, going back to this monster case, and that thing is huge, dude. I'm thinking I have this Ridgeback set in here. I'm going to move things around a little bit, but then I'm probably going to put my Jimmy Long set in here as well. And that ought to give me a pretty freaking sweet kit to haul around. I mean, crying out loud. Look at how many rakes come in that thing. Just the rakes alone. It's just crazy. That is bonkers, dude. Then you come over to picks. Well, there's some of the there's the offset and reaches. Then you get, then there's more picks. And oh, wait. Then there's more picks. Holy crap, dude. Tension wrenches. I mean, it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful set of tools, dudes. Just craziness how much is in there. But then I'm thinking I take, you know, I'll move the tension wrenches over, take one more area here and put in my Jimmy Long gem set. That'll be a nice little kit. Beautiful case. I like the case. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Velcro, but this is such a big Velcro piece that ought to hold up and last for quite a while. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. You don't think I would like to fall back asleep? Yeah, right? If I could go back to sleep, I would go to sleep. I would love to. Nothing would please me more than if I could pull off a morning of sleep until like 9. No, hell no. Just doesn't happen that way. It would be marvelous if it could, but no way, dude. But you know, she's the same person that she'll sleep until 11. Like, I don't like to waste my day that way at all. I got crap to get done. Yeah, busy week this last week, moving a gun safe around for work. And then I had to build custom shelving for the gun safe. Worked on that. Cutting shelving and sanding yesterday and getting those installed. See, you know, some days picking just doesn't work. I think I screwed up. Some days I just need to go back to bed. How many of you guys do 3D printing? I know I've talked about some of this before on my lives, but like this guy, I printed, I had to use supports. So I've got a little cleanup to do. But it printed all kinds of supports up through the mouth. And what a nightmare to get out. What kind of supports do you guys use that you find work the best for you? This next one I'm printing out, I'm trying to use tree supports instead. One of the guys that works for me, he was telling me that they're generally easier to clean up and get out. But and these are kind of cool. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it in here because I just don't have enough. I don't think I can get enough darkness to see it. Let's see. Yeah, I'd have to find, I don't know where the power button is for him. Ooh, getting closer. Yeah, he ain't gonna glow. It's too much light in here. But it's glow in the dark filament, which is pretty cool. I have done it and tried it out, and he does glow. Get all my lights back on. What the hell? But it's those supports that are annoying to me. They're just a pain to clean up. Churning and a burning behind me. Let's just see here. There we go. Printing up a storm. We'll see how long he takes. I think it said 23 hours or some junk, but from what I found, it won't take that long. Let's go see what it tells me now. Yeah, see, it initially told me when I first started it was going to take 24 hours. It's been printing for 2, and it's telling me 8 hours left, and that time's going to keep coming down, so it's probably going to be maybe 6 hours total. That printer cranks along pretty damn quick, actually. I'm pretty impressed with it. If you've never played with it, Octoprint is pretty freaking sick, dude. Let's see. You guys have never seen this. I'll show you real quick. So I'm using Octoprint. I've got a Raspberry Pi that's loaded with this Octoprint software. It lets me upload my print files to it. I can check the print time, where it's at currently, how much it says is left, how much of the file is printed so far. I can drop over to see if we're able to get that to load. Might be too big of a file to load on here, but it'll actually load up on here and show me where it's at in the print cycle, what layer it's on, what layer it's currently printing. It's a pretty doggone amazing way to be able to keep track of and monitor it, and I can access that Octo, O-C-T-O print, Octoprint. It is awesome because then it's just hooked direct to my printer, and that way I can remotely, because the printer I've got, it's in there, it lets me see where the layers are. It'll show me where it's actually printing currently, what it's doing. You can watch it draw it out. It is really cool. Very, very neat stuff, man. But then from here, I can manage all my files that are on here. I can delete them. I can add files without having to go pull the SD card, hook it to your computer, load the G code. Yeah, I can upload it all from here. I can tell, yeah, I want to see the previous layers. I want to see the current layer. It'll let me see what it's doing, where it's at. Really cool crap. Time lapse, you can use that actually with, because I can hook a webcam up through it, and then I can turn on time lapse and have it do a time lapse video recording that I can then share out, showing it being printed in a time lapse fashion, which would be pretty cool. I'll try that out at some point, but yeah, shoot, I can let me see and monitor my temperatures, so I can see where my bed and nozzle temperatures are at while it's printing, pulling it right off the printer. And if I wanted to, I can adjust the temperature, turn it up or down if I think it's not right. Outstanding little piece of software, guys. That thing's really cool. Maybe something I'll show more of as I do more 3D printing stuff. Maybe I'll include that into the channel. It's been kind of cool. I've printed a lot of cool crap, like I said. Desktop organizer for holding picks and gear. It's got a ball bearing in the bottom of it, so the base rotates. So you set it down and just spin to find the tool that you want. Pull it and go to work. It's pretty slick. Holds a lot of stuff. This came from Lock Squash. So that's a cool piece of little kit that I've 3D printed. Got another organizational tray back here that I printed. Some padlock stands that I've printed out. I've been a printing fool, and then I got a hold of this, like I said, this glow-in-the-dark filament. It's pretty neat. I'm anxious to see how that works out for a light. I think it'll be cooler than crap. I thought about drilling a hole all the way through and putting an actual lampshade and light above, above him. Up above, have just a little lampshade and light shining down on him. I thought that'd be cool. Yep, Mr. Squash, man. He's got some cool crap. He was the one who showed me that file. He has it out. It's out on Thingiverse, so it is one you guys can download to print. I got a new 3D printer. I was using an old i3 Mega, which is a great printer. It does beautiful work, but it's a lot of work to get it set up and make it work right, to get the right print. Then I found somebody here in town was selling a Creality Ender V3. They took a college course, and as part of the course, you got the printer, but it wasn't the printer they wanted, so they decided to sell it. I got the dang thing for $100. And I mean, he says he's only done like 2 or 3 prints on it, and I don't doubt that in the least. It looks like brand new. And it is much, much faster than the other one and doing a much better job so far. Get my VPN running on my home network, and then I can hop in from anywhere and pull up Octoprint and check on the status of my prints and see where they're going, man. Cool, cool crap. Yeah. Well, hey, lock junkie. About time, you lazy bum. I tell you, some people's kids, you know. Yeah, you should be sorry. You slacker. Leave me out here battling the hordes by myself. Yeah, I'm going to have to drop off here pretty soon. I've got both dogs over here giving me the look, so if I don't take care of them, I'll have a mess I'll have to take care of. Hey, you missed it, Lock Junkie. I opened my Mindy today on camera. I was able to get that baby picked. Woo! I still think that is just one of the, just a beautifully done lock, man. Beautifully done lock. It is wickedly cool. And the key design is just something totally unique. You know, something you just don't get to see out there. So it is an El Nito Bandito. Nope, this is not round. This is the flat keyed Mindy. So this one actually is a purple belt lock on LPU. The round ones are a different design. So for this one, I actually built my own little tool to use to get in there to push the discs down at the same rate on each side to try and keep me from jacking it. I've seen the round ones. I wouldn't mind playing with one of the round ones either. I think they look like they're freaking sick. You're blind? Yeah, well, you know. We'll forgive you this time. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little flat key piggy. I jacked up the first one. Got a new one. Because I managed to flip one of the discs. Then all the springs and crap pulled out. Yeah, I've seen the round key ones. They look really cool too. They're, like I said, it's just one of the most unique lock designs I think I've ever seen. So now I got to go back through my live and see if I can peel that video out as part of it to use that for my purple belt submission. That'd be pretty sick. As I'm sitting here struggling trying to open a freaking green belt lock. Yeah, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the round key. It's the flat key. But as I understand it, very sexy or very similar picking. I'm reading yours. Very similar design internally. Just a matter of a lot tighter keyway to get in there with the flat key versus the round key. But yeah, someday I'll get a hold of one of the round key ones and I'll play with that a little bit too. See if I can screw one or two of those up too. But yeah, I got to peel that baby out of there. Good luck with what? With this? If you weren't here, you missed it. I opened it already on camera today. So I've opened one of those now twice. I opened one of the other one that I had using my little tool that I built, and then I tried playing with it with a regular pick, and yeah, you know, because you can easily flip the disc in there a little bit, but you can go in and you can just push the disc and turn it back and you're fine. But for some reason, when I did it on that one, man, I don't know if my pick snagged one of the springs inside of there, but I had spring parts sticking out of the keyway, and I mean, I completely trashed that lock. There was no coming back from that one. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. All right. Well, guys, again, second, I'm going to show off this bag and all the crap. This is what I like with these. I usually have a couple of these. I'll have one with picks in it and one with locks in it, and then I can just throw them in my bag as I travel. So I'll throw those in there. Oh, I usually have him in there. Look at that. The green belt lock is the round key one, the round opening. The flat key, there you can see this is the flat key one. This one is a purple belt. But yeah, look at that. Crap ton of locks in that case right now. All right. Got to put away some toolies. Do this. I'm going to keep that in there. There. Get all my goodies ready to head back for more picking. Added a bunch of new stickers to my book, so outstanding. Thank you, everybody who sent me some of those. I got to get after doing the P6 challenge with these. It might be. Let me go look. I'll tell you, because I think I still have the Mindy's up on LPU. Let's see. The Mindy round key is blue. You are correct. So, here, before I drop away, let's just do this. LPU. We'll just pull it up. So here you go. The round key Mindy right there. With the round key on the bottom, because they have different ones, right? So, and then here is, oh, let's just go back up here. Let's just do this. Mindy. There's the round key. Here is the flat keyed version. That is a purple. Oh, where'd it go? They usually have more than that. Let's just go all the way back out to the beginning and start over. I thought they had more of them. Yeah, here we go. There's another one. That one is unranked. Ooh, that's a pretty looking lock. That looks like a dimple. Yeah, what? Duh, right there's a dimple. Duh. Good grief. Yeah, those are the only ones they have. So, the flat key, the round key. That round key looks cool. I wouldn't mind trying out one of those, playing with that a little bit, see what I can do with that. Because see, this one, as I've been told with this one, you've got to be careful on how you're picking it. Because if you hit these discs on the wrong side, you'll flip a disc. You can flip it completely around. Or if you pick it from the correct location, it can't turn, right? So it'll just go down nice. So, right, you need to get on, dude. Get on, share up the screen, get in here. Hey, you were just talking, weren't you? August, how it hadn't been raining, and now it's raining? Good. You probably need it if it's been dry for a bit. Take the rain while you can, my friend. Take the rain while you can. Yeah, man, I like to have fun in here, Lock Junkie. I like to really pay attention to the chat, interact with everybody as much as I can. It just makes it more fun. But if I can get people to hop on, too, and share the screen up. We've been talking about 3D printing. Making this for my granddaughter. I'm making right now, I'm printing another one, double the size of this, to make a lamp for her. Yeah, I know. We're always excited when we get rain here because we don't get that much of it. So all of our rain comes in those first few months in the spring. Need to do a beer run. Yeah, no crap, dude. I got some beer sitting in the fridge calling my name. Like I said, I'm going to go back through my video and carve out and record the opening. See if I can use that for my submission for purple. I am so stoked, man. I am so stoked. Yeah, I know I do them early, and it's early for a lot of people, you know, and I get that, but that's the timing that works the best for me. So, and I usually have a good crowd of people that show up, some good people in here. Usually get some fun people to share up on the screen and talk and BS. Not always, but once in a while. You know, sometimes you guys are slackers and leave me hanging. But I better call her good, dudes. You can have some of our rain. We get too much. Yeah, you know, we are damn near what you would consider some of that high desert area. We're kind of right on the verge of that. You know, where I'm sitting, we're at about 5,600 feet elevation. And it looks like a lot of grass when you look out across the field. Then you go out there and walk through it, and there's more bare dirt than there is grass. Right, for you, it should be almost perfect timing. Come on, man. 10 o'clock in the morning, you're still snoozing. Must be rough. I'm telling you, some people's kids. All right, guys, man. I got to call her quits. I got to get busy, get jiggy with it. Thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you that show up, that interact, that chat. Love having new people show up. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please do. If you give me a like on the way out, certainly appreciate it. And on that happy note, go check out the giveaways. Go check out my giveaway, all of the others, C-Stew Do's, NOLA's. Get rolling after it, dude. You were up. You were up. You just forgot me. I see how it is. You just forgot me. All right, man. I'll catch everybody later. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Try and throw out a few more videos throughout the weekend because I got a few things to talk about. All right. Hasta la vista.